I'm a born and raised Southern. Anybody else born and raised in the South? That's what's up. Anybody born and raised in Atlanta? Clap it, born and raised in Atlanta. See, I was like 4 people said that. That's crazy. Crazy because we're in Atlanta. That's weird, right? The rest of you are like, yeah, I moved down here to fuck up traffic. What about it? Like, say something else. Just angry about it. No. I'm a born and raised Southern. I'm very proud to be Southern. I always try to tell people, like, people act like it's weird to be, like, proud to be black and Southern. Like, those two things, like that's not where black people started here. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of our origin story here. Look at y'all getting tight. Don't do that. No, I'm just saying, like, people act like it's where you can't be proud to be black and Southern. I always have to tell people, like, look, there's levels to this shit, right? Like, I'm not the South shall rise again proud. I am more like, I think Outkast is the greatest group of all time proud. It's just levels to this shit. I was performing in the South. I love performing for South. I was performing in the South. I was performing in Asheville, North Carolina. Ever been to Asheville? I figured there's a lot of white people in here. I love places like Asheville. I love performing in those places like Asheville and Portland and Utah. Places like that where white people see me like, how you find out about this? Like, it's fun. When I go there, I don't even feel like a comedian. I feel like a missionary. They're like, what is he? How did he find out about this? All right. He seems like he comes in peace. Like, it's weird. No, so I'm coming back from Asheville with a friend of mine. He's a white dude. He's a good friend of mine. He's like, the level of white he is like I'm pretty sure they passed down like a family dip cup white. You know what I mean? Like his papa had a dip cup and he passed down to his peepaw, and his peepaw had a dip cup and he passed down to his grand. You know what I'm saying? Like that level of white just passed down a dip cup. Don't act like that's not a thing, white people. I know you guys. No, but like he's that level white. We're coming from Asheville. He had a weird phone call, type of phone call. I could tell he did not want me to know what the phone call was about. But because I was raised by a nosy mother, I had an idea what the phone call was about. And because I was raised by a nosy mother, I had to get to the bottom of this. So as soon as he hung up the phone, I was like, hey, bro, what's that phone call about? Let's talk about it. And he was like, oh, man, you heard that? And I was like, yeah, we're in the Forward Focus. I heard all of that. And he was like, all right, man. That was actually my mom calling me. She's very concerned right now. I don't know if you're paying attention to the news, but you know how like people are taking down Confederate monuments and shit? And I was like, yeah. He was like, our family actually has a monument named after us, and my mom's very afraid that they're going to take our monument down. And when I heard that on the inside, I was like, man, fuck that monument, right? But on the outside, as a tired comedian who did not want to drive 4 hours back from Asheville, I had to pretend like I cared. So I was just like, oh no, not your family's monument. And I even asked questions like, where's the monument at? Let's talk about it, right? And he was like, Dave, it's actually in West Virginia. I was like, West Virginia? I was like, you can call your mom back and tell her to relax. There are not enough black people in West Virginia to give a damn about that monument. The only black person I've ever heard that was from West Virginia is NFL Hall of Fame wide receiver Randy Moss. And he literally ran the fuck out of West Virginia. He's one of the fastest wide receivers in NFL history. You don't get to be that fast growing up in Metro Atlanta, is all I'm saying, right? You just got different motivation to run, you know? And then my friend, he started opening up to me. He's like, man, he's like, can I be honest, Dave? I don't want the monuments up either. They're stupid. I get it. There's big ass participation trophies, which they are. It's a weird thing to love if you're a Confederate person. Like, oh, I love the Confederate shit. Why? That's the most un-American thing you could do is love a loser. You know what I'm saying? That'd be like, if they're proud of this shit. It'd be like if me, like an Atlanta Falcons fan, walked around with a jersey that said 28-3 and just be like, look, remember that? And everybody's like, but there was more to it. It's like, not to me, it wasn't. Like, that's not stupid. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. And he was like, I understand why people want to take him down. He was like, but hell, I feel like Southern tradition and Southern culture is constantly under attack by the media. And there's certain things as a Southerner I want to hold on to. And I was like, dude, I'm Southern too. What type of shit we talking about? He was like, I don't know, man, like biscuits and gravy and fried chicken. I was like, hell yeah, I want to hold on to that shit too. You know what I mean? I'd be mad if somebody from the North came down here and was like, no. This is how you make grits. Get the fuck out of my face. You know, a damn thing about grits, and you probably got a skinny grandma. Shut the fuck up. I don't care about your damn recipes. Listen, every time somebody would talk about how they want to cook for me, I'm like, cool. What your grandma look like? Like, if your grandma's not always almost about to lose her leg, fuck your recipes. I don't want that shit. So we had this moment where we were talking about the history of biscuits and gravy and fried chicken. Like, we had a bonding moment where we started talking about, like, where did it come from? I had to do the very unfortunate task of reminding my very white Southern friend that probably, like, the first biscuits and gravy and fried chicken ever created in this country, like, probably wasn't created by, like, an old white lady. You know what I'm saying? Just based on how history and shit works. Look at y'all get silent. This is fun. You know what I mean? It wasn't some old white lady who was like, everybody come on in, everybody gather around. That's right, slaves. Gather around the table. Come on. That's right, everybody sit around. I've been working very hard. This business of gravy and fried chicken recipe, and I refuse to have my slaves out there slaving on an empty stomach. Now everybody eat up. Here's why I love doing that joke in front of mostly white people. Most of y'all heard that joke. I can see it in your face and you're like, hell no, I'm not laughing at that shit, Dave. Nope, I'm too woke for that. I saw Black Panther in theaters 3 times. You're not gonna catch me on one of these woke black traps I heard about. I'm not gonna fall for it, David. And then some of you heard that part of the joke and you were like, biscuits and gravy and fried chicken. She seems like a chill-ass slave owner to me. I don't see the problem here. Now, here's how I know the first business and gravy and fried chicken ever created in this country was definitely created by black women, right? Clap it up if you've ever had business and gravy and fried chicken. Most of us, right? What do you do once you eat business and gravy and fried chicken? You go to sleep. Come on, think about it. It was a black woman doing what black women do, which is look out. She was just like, look here, y'all. I'm about to serve these white folks this business and gravy and fried chicken. They gonna eat that shit and go to sleep, and then we are gonna get the fuck up out of slavery. Yeah, we got at least a 4-hour head start on their ass. They wouldn't know what hit them. All I'm saying is history, like take note of Harriet Tubman and her amazing work on the Underground Railroad, but I'm pretty sure if you dug a little bit deeper into history, you would find that Harriet had a dope-ass business and gravy and fried chicken recipe. That's the type of shit I want to see in the next movie, you know what I'm saying? I didn't know this, man. I didn't realize how Southern I was till I went to my bank. I still go to the bank because I like to be around people and just people watching shit. And I was at the bank and I heard the most Southern conversation I ever heard in my life was 2 old ladies arguing about why they couldn't kill each other's goats and chickens. And the reason why I said they couldn't kill each other's goats and chickens is because they named them. And I'm in line like, I get the fuck out this bank. This is a Mayberry bank. I don't belong at this bank, right? It's a very Southern conversation, right? I'll tell you what's more Southern though than that conversation. Less than 500 feet away from my bank is a Confederate cemetery. Look at y'all, listen, signing up again. Listen, they're dead, that's the best part about it. I'm safe. You know what I'm saying? Thank God for time, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm good. But you understand what that means? Like, we've all been to a bank. You know, when you go to a bank, you do a little bit of reading, you do a little writing, you prove that you've earned some money. I do all that less than 500 feet away where people's last dying breath was like, whatever you do, don't let them niggas read. And then they died. And now I cash checks at a bank 500 feet away. You know how special that is? And here's the thing, every time I get a check in comedy, no matter how big, no matter how small, and sometimes they're really big, and sometimes they're very small. Doesn't matter, I always get the receipt, and I take the receipt 500 feet over there, and I take it and I rip it up in small pieces and I sprinkle it on graves. Just saying, I'm my ancestors' wildest dreams. All right, y'all, that's my time. My name is David Joseph Bertu. Thank you guys so much.